Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my predictions for The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 31. Now, the more places I look, the more places tell me that they're concerned about this match because of the way The Undertaker is going to be. Is he going to be the Phenom, the most feared man in the WWE, or is he going to be an old man that can't do much? And I can understand this concern, because last year's match with Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker did not look right. He was not him. He wasn't the Phenom, and I think that did take away from the fact that the streak was ended. But looking at reality, he was concussed very early on in that match. So the fact that he managed to do the things he did was amazing enough. If I could do that at that age, I'm going to be happy. I could be concussed and still manage to pull out a few moves. He wasn't The Undertaker, but with the knowledge of him being concussed, it was understandable. But he's had a year to recover from this concussion. And yeah, he is getting on a bit, especially in the world of professional wrestling. But at an age older than most men, he managed to go and dance with Shawn Michaels, and it was the best match I've ever seen. Then the next year after that, while I was scared shitless because they were doing it again, I just think there's no way they're going to live up to it. And I know a lot of people think they didn't, but in my book they did, and they beat it. And if he could pull that then, yes, I know he's a few years older now, he's The Undertaker. He can do it. And I personally think that's the point of not seeing him. The idea is to encourage talk that maybe The Undertaker is past it, maybe he can't do it anymore, maybe he's just a whittled down old man. And then The Undertaker walks to the ring as fit as ever. Hopefully there's no injuries really early on, and he pulls off a magnificent performance, and it's just going to make the crowd's jaw drop, because he is the dead man. But this is the first WrestleMania he doesn't have one of his most valuable tools, and that's the streak. Last year Brock Lesnar broke the streak. Whether that was a right or wrong thing to do, it affects this year, because we no longer have the Undertaker will win because he can't lose his streak. He doesn't have the streak anymore. So it gives the little hint that maybe Bray Wyatt can win, can beat The Undertaker. But I think it is the worst thing they can do, because now The Undertaker's lost his streak. If they beat him again this year, the year straight away after, then it kind of, pardon the pun, buries the dead man, because then he's going to do nothing but lose, sort of thing. That's the way you're going to see him. He's not the Phenom anymore. It was all the streak, but it's not. So I think The Undertaker is going to win, but I also think this is going to be good for Bray Wyatt. I think that losing to The Undertaker at WrestleMania is going to be better for Bray Wyatt than winning at WrestleMania against The Undertaker. Because if he wins it against The Undertaker at WrestleMania, The Undertaker's an old man, he can't compete anymore, he needs to retire, blah 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 blah. But if he loses to The Undertaker, and The Undertaker is at top form, he is the old Undertaker that we all know and love, and Bray Wyatt pushes him, then I think it will build on his career and not destroy it. But there's one thing I will say before this match begins. You're going to have the longest entrances ever, especially that Bray Wyatt's going to come out first, and he's going to be walking slow, and you're going to see the fireflies, and then after he gets to the ring, not only do we have The Undertaker's really long entrance, especially at WrestleMania where they have a really long ramp, you're going to have at least a few minutes between Bray Wyatt coming out before the first bong hits, because they've got to build up the suspense. So you're looking at really long entrance, but it's something where it is going to be a lot of time, but you've got to see it. Sort of thing. You've got to hope to God when you see the Undertaker coming out, he walks down the ring, then he removes his jacket, and there he is. There's the Phenom, and we have ourselves a great match. Rather than walking down the ring, take off the jacket, there's a crippled old man. That's the picture that people have been painting of the Undertaker, that he's a crippled old man. And I just can't see it. I can't believe it until it happens. Do I think the Undertaker has very much longer in his career? No. I only think he has 1 or 2 more WrestleManias max. But I also don't think Vince would book the Undertaker if he really was the crippled old man that everyone has been painting. He is the Phenom. He is the dead man. He is the Undertaker. Now there have been talks about people theorizing that he's going to come out as the American Badass, which I'm not going to lie, to see the Undertaker come out as the American Badass one more time would be awesome. But this isn't the match. I think if he was against a regular sort of superstar, like, I know, Cena, people have been saying Cena at WrestleMania for a long time. If it was Undertaker versus Cena, Undertaker coming out as the American Badass, that would be awesome. It also wouldn't be a long entrance because he comes out on the bike, but still. But against Bray Wyatt, they're building it up with the creepy versus the creepy. Coming out as the American Badass, I don't think now's the right time. But what do you think? Do you think the American Badass is the right way to go? Do you think the Undertaker is going to be the Undertaker, or do you think he is going to be the crippled old man? Do you think the Undertaker should win, will win, or do you think Bray Wyatt is the one that's going to walk off with the victory? Just let me know in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, favourite and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video. I am the Food. Thanks for listening.